important. It says, can J. Cole avoid a massive downfall? Do y'all think J. Cole going to just fall off just because that beef shit? I don't know. It's like, I kind of see it a little bit, but like at the end of the day, I feel like he was in his own lane. People did try to like join them to be in the same lane, but they are two completely different artists. I feel like the only reason why they was like always grouped together when it comes to like who's similar is because they're the only two rappers that's in the mainstream that's lyrical. Like nobody else was like at that level being lyrical. So they just said, "Oh yeah, people like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar." It's like, no, they're two different people. So it's rather that person is like J. Cole or he's like Kendrick Lamar.
Did J. Cole really plan to fall off so he could finally release the Fall Off?
Who told you that?
Hey yo,
fans.
No, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Hey yo, that was kind of crazy.
Have been waiting years for J. Cole to drop his highly anticipated album, The Fall Off. While Cole's proven
he about to cook. Hold on.
Rappers in the game, he's also been hyping up The Fall Off as his potential magnum opus. But after a bruising and controversial 2024, some people think that J. Cole's legacy faces a serious threat and that he might have taken The Fall Off way too literally. With The Fall Off on the way, we're going to break down the state of.
By the way, I think Rap Lore. Yeah, Rap Lore. This editing is fire, bruh. Definitely respect that shit.
Play when it comes to Cole's career. What's the origin story behind his upcoming album, and how many years has he actually been working on it? Did Kendrick really steamroll over J. Cole's carefully planned album rollout? And what about the industry gossip that J. Cole's record label Dreamville is falling apart behind the scenes? We've even analyzed the lyrics from Kendrick Lamar's to decode all the secret J. Cole sneak disses, including lines that Kendrick censored on the actual album. Is J. Cole gonna try and duck all this smoke again? Finally, we're gonna investigate the rumors that J. Cole.
Hey, the nigga did say, take your best shot, I'm gonna take it to the chest or some shit like that.
May be headed for retirement, or is it just another chapter in the saga? The crazy thing about The Fall Off is that the title ties back to the very beginning of Cole's career.
I don't really talk about my problems with my friends. I'm a real introverted person, so that was my way of getting it out.
Going to the come up to the fall off, that is a dope concept, but like, damn, like, why I gotta be fall off? Like, damn.
Jermaine Cole grew up in a small city called Fayetteville, North Carolina, where he idolized rap legends like Nas, Tupac, and Eminem. While Fayetteville had a very small hip-hop scene, Cole was so dedicated to his craft that he learned.
The title went away? Oh, it say, can J. Cole avoid a massive downfall?
To make his own beats in addition to writing his own raps. Cole's rap dreams took him to New York City, where he recorded his first mixtape, The Come Up. The mixtape featured Cole embracing raw, personal storytelling with socially conscious lyrics, but it wasn't enough to get him a label deal. But when Cole found out that Jay-Z was recording his album American Gangster at New York City's Rock the Mic Studios, J. Cole camped out in front of the studio just so he could hand his hero a beat CD that Cole had cooked up for him. After waiting for 3 hours in the pouring rain.
A beat CD is crazy. Like, nigga, if you don't rap for the nigga at least, like, damn. Like, we know you could do both, but like, nigga trying to be Kanye Part 2 and shit, like, nigga, we know what your shine is.
Jay-Z and his entourage.
And another thing is, I'm getting tired of people saying, yeah, J. Cole, one of the best rapper producer, rappers that can produce, or like, you feel me? Like, that got both of them talents. I'm like, he's one of the best rappers probably in that category, but like his production is good, but like, damn, it's not great to me. I don't know.
Finally pulled up, but when Cole tried to talk to him,
Mac Miller is a better example for that. He's dope at both.
Got brutally rejected.
And bro, look, no bullshit. Nick looked at it and he was like, I don't want that shit, man.
And Tyler, the
I was
Creator.
crushed. Like, I was hurt.
Kanye.
Despite being humiliated by Jay-Z, Cole doubled back and put all his energy into recording new music. And when his new single, Lights Please, started to build buzz in the streets, Cole got another chance to meet the same rap mogul who gave him the cold shoulder. After hearing Lights Please, Jay-Z signed J. Cole to his brand new entertainment company, Roc Nation. As the first rapper ever signed to Roc Nation, the pressure was on for Cole.
Man, I want to see that moment happen, like, in real time, because like, man, if that nigga J. Cole ain't shed a tear, then this story just not real, bruh. Like, I heard this story a bunch of times. No, he ain't make it up, but like, if he ain't bust no tears that day, That nigga, yeah, you right. My bad, folk. I wasn't even thinking about that fucking situation, bruh.
To prove himself as a successor to Jay's legacy,
yeah,
and he did just that by
lying.
dropping his second mixtape, The Warm Up, in 2009. The Warm Up generated rave feedback from fans and became one of the most downloaded mixtapes ever, pulling in over 3 million views on the mixtape hub DatPiff. In 2010, Cole spun the block again with his third mixtape, Friday Night Lights, which became one of the most downloaded mixtapes of all time. J. Cole's mixtape
Didn't you just say that about... Okay.
Has helped build him an intensely loyal and committed fan base. His first official studio album, Cole World: The Sideline Story, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, cementing Cole as an artist with a major commercial appeal. In the years that followed, Cole continued to build on his success by dropping chart-topping album after album, earning 7 platinum plaques.
Damn, bro, looking back at it, like, that nigga was low-key in his bag,
success
bro.
By dropping chart-topping album.
Like, Born Senator, Forest Hill, The 4 Yards Only, that nigga was about his fucking purpose. Wait a minute. Like, Sideline Stories was a good project, but these, my nigga? Nah, he got his duff.
Album after album, earning 7 platinum plaques, 2 Grammy wins, and 17 nominations. He also launched his own record label, Dreamville, signing a distribution partnership with Interscope Records in 2014. Cole even established his very own Dreamville Music Festival in his home state of North Carolina in 2019.
I'm still wondering if I'm gonna go there or not.
While the Come Up and The Warm Up showcased J. Cole at his most humble beginnings, he had managed to turn himself into one of hip-hop's biggest success stories. And in 2018, Cole started dropping hints that he wanted to explore the flip side of his ascent to the top of the rap game. That year, he dropped the song 1985 Intro to the Fall Off that had Cole defending his own crown by flexing heavy on younger rappers.
I see your watch icy and your whip form. I got some good advice, never quit torn.
I feel like flexing is a strong word, but he was giving advice, but like that advice was kind of like, it had some like, I want to say it had some hatred to it, but I'm pretty sure J. Cole wasn't hating, and I don't want people to think I'm saying that. But like, you feel me? Like, it wasn't positive advice. It's like, nigga, stop making this whack ass shit, nigga, but it was in a nicer way.
Cause that's the way we eat here in this rap game. I'm fucking with your funky little rap name. Cole confirmed that The Fall Off was a brand new album that explored what happens when a rapper makes it to the top of the game and becomes too comfortable with their fortune. Quote, there's no fear of falling off. It's an acceptance of the reality of what will happen when you decide to stop putting in the work. It's just the inevitable result. Cole even announced a whole fall off era in 2020 where he
not really. I wouldn't say it's inevitable because, like, for example, Jay-Z, for example, like his last album was what, 2017, 2018, whatever he dropped, 444. But like, I wouldn't say that nigga fell off.
The Fall Off as a potential final project. Quote, I still got some goals I gotta check off before I scram. From the sound of it, J. Cole seemed to be designing The Fall Off as an epic capstone for his career. But 6 years after dropping the supposed intro to the album, it still hadn't materialized. But 2024 was shaping up to be Cole's year in a major way. And fans...
So now my question is, actually it's not my question. My theory is, when he said intro to The Fall Off, I don't think that shit is actually the first track to The Fall Off. I think that's just an introduction to a new era. That song was an introduction to a new era. But he still haven't gotten to that era yet, so I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Thought this might finally be the year that Cole delivered.
Cole is clearly trying to show that I'm the best rapper out of just the big three, whatever you want to call them. Yeah.
After teaming up with Drake for the song First Person Shooter, J. Cole landed his first #1 record ever. It also sent hype for The Fall Off sky high since Cole name-checked his still unreleased album in the very same song.
I'm naming the album The Fall Off. It's pretty ironic cause it ain't no fall off for me.
Cole capitalized on the momentum by joining Drake for the co-headlining Biggest the What tour in February of 2024. The tour shattered records to become the highest grossing hip-hop tour in history, selling out every single date and pulling in $320 million in earnings. Cole even started teasing brand new music on social media, which made
shout out to Elsie, man.
Fans think that after over a half-decade wait, the fall off was inevitable. He even bragged that the fall off is like Hov dropping Reasonable Doubt last, referring to Jay-Z's debut album.
Okay, I had to make sure that this wasn't old.
All indications, Cole was telling his fans that he had an instant classic on the way. That was until Kendrick came along and fucked the whole thing up. On the feature song Like That, Kendrick took aim at both Drake and Jay.
I can't see Drake and real Cole fans linking. It was like his feature fans that likes to say, oh. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because I feel like okay. I kind of see what you're saying, but I feel like Cole fans, like real Cole fans, a lot of them do like fuck with Drake a lot. But if we talking about the majority of Drake fans, I don't see it being the other way around.
J. Cole. Most directly, Kendrick stomped all over Cole's claim that Drake, Kendrick, and him were part of a hip-hop so-called Big Three.
The big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, bum.
2 weeks later, J. Cole dropped a surprise mixtape called Might Delete Later. And at the very end of the project, he included a response to Kendrick called 7 Minute Drill, where he claimed that Kendrick was bitter of Cole's recent successes. But two of Cole's recent successes.
He said he's in a comfortable league, bruh. I don't know about that, my nigga. Cole, I fucks with you a lot. Comfortable, like, don't get me wrong. If we going like, I mean, Kendrick haven't been dropping shit in some years, but like, if we going year for year, you might have some years over him, but comfortable is crazy, my nigga. But even then, it's like, do you have years over him where like both of y'all dropped the album together? I mean, both of y'all dropped the album same year? If that even ever happened, did it? I don't know.
But 2 days after firing back on Kendrick, J. Cole took the stage for his 4th annual Dreamville Festival in Raleigh, North Carolina. And in the middle of his set, he made a pretty shocking move by apologizing to Kendrick.
And I was conflicted because I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase. But the world want to see blood.
J. Cole claimed that he had nothing but respect for Kendrick and declared him one of the greatest to ever do it. But he took it a step further by promising to delete 7 Minute Drill from streaming services and confessed that he felt pressured to record the diss track in the first place.
I'm not gonna lie. That diss track he didn't really say anything crazy on that shit, man. Like, I mean, I guess coming from the aftermath of everything, yeah, of course I'm gonna say that because what Drake and Kendrick was saying about each other was crazy as fuck. But at the same time, it's like, if I listen to that right now, I don't think I could pinpoint like what he felt pressured. Like, I don't know. Like, where he felt like, oh my gosh, I really said this, and this my homie, like, that shit not cool. Besides trying to come at his albums and shit, that's the only thing that might be a little something, but like, I don't know. I just can't see Drake Meat Rod sitting through 4 yards only, but I'm just hating extra tonight. That's definitely true, bro. I can't, like, the Drake fans, the Drake super fans, the stans of Drake, I could definitely agree.
J. Cole's admission of guilt hugely divided fans. Some commended J. Cole for staying true to himself in a high-pressure situation. Charlamagne the God praised Cole for his maturity in taking the high road.
It takes a real human to check himself and say, man, what I'm doing, I don't even believe. I don't even believe in. I don't believe what I said. I don't even believe in what I did. Apologize and keep it moving.
I'm glad he was fucking honest about that shit. Because when I heard him try to come at his album, I was like, all right, come on, Cole. Like, come on, Cole.
I want a man to attack a man for your entertainment because we are a culture that feeds off conflict.
But others saw Cole backing down as a huge and legacy-shattering L. Fans clown Cole for apologizing to Kendrick, along with Joe Budden calling his apology totally unacceptable. Plus, naming the mixtape Might Delete Later was really ironic when he was actually deleting tracks off streaming. Making matters worse, Might Delete Later became Cole's first ever project to not reach #1 on the Billboard charts. And the only song for the mixtape that charted on the Billboard Top 10 was his diss track 7 Minute Drill, which was removed from streaming just a week later.
I'm glad that last year had people finally seeing Drake for the fuck shit he doing, the stealing, the cosplaying, even the other weirdo shit. Exactly, bruh. Don't get me wrong. I fucked with Drake. I fucked with Drake for a long time. But the shit that niggas been just noticing this year and last year, bro, I've been saying that shit, bro. Like, I was the nigga that enjoyed Drake music, but I always had animosity because I just felt like niggas was putting him at a higher standard when he just didn't do anything to, like, come on, bro. Oh yeah, as an X fan too, facts. Niggas said I've been waiting for this. But like, yeah, like, what was I saying? He ain't do anything to deserve that high standard. Like, when it come to being an actual rapper, niggas was putting him with Kendrick and Cole. And like, yeah, he was amazing at what he did, getting hits, making not gems, but what's the word? Making like them bops, you feel me? Like, that's cool. Some nice music, you feel me? But like, where's the real artistry, my nigga? I don't know.
10 was his diss track 7 Minute Drill, which was removed from streaming just a week later. It's safe to say that by dissing Kendrick and then backtracking in just 2 days, J. Cole gave his supporters some serious whiplash and alienated fans who were hoping to see Cole stand up for himself. But even though J. Cole decided to sit on the sidelines, his name was still brought up constantly during the Kendrick and Drake back and forth. Drake shaded Cole for giving props to Kendrick after being dissed. On push-ups, he said, quote, "I don't care what Cole thinks, that dot shit was weak as fuck." And on Family Matters, Drake doubled down.
That shit funny though, I'm not gonna lie. Drake has some funny lines in this beef though.
Care what Cole thinks,
even though I wasn't on his side.
And on Family Matters, Drake doubled down on his disappointment in J. Cole, rapping,
Cole
losing sleep on this, it ain't me. When Kendrick hit Drake back with Not Like
Like, damn, you had to sneak this your own mans, bro. I thought Cole was cool.
He even implied that there was some serious behind-the-scenes tension between Drake and J. Cole.
They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending.
It's safe to say that the magnitude of Kendrick and Drake's back and forth sucked all the oxygen out of the rap game. I've already done a comprehensive breakdown on how their beef shaped the metrics of the music industry, and it's safe to say that all the momentum that Cole had for the fall off was completely trampled by Kendrick declaring war. But just when everyone thought the dust had settled, J. Cole decided to open old wounds and released a new song, Port Antonio, on October 9th of 2024. In Port Antonio, Cole grappled.
I actually really enjoyed this song. I haven't listened back to it because it's not on streaming services. That's not really an excuse. I listen to 616 in LA a lot. Probably not as much as I used to at the moment, but like, man, I was running that shit, man. That song is amazing. That was my favorite song out of the beef.
With the fallout of Kendrick and Drake's battle.
I pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow.
J. Cole also seemed to validate
Nigga said, I wouldn't have lost the battle, I would have lost the bro.
accusations that Kendrick's team had used bots to juice his streaming numbers on his diss record.
King, if that means I gotta dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot. It's just to sway the whole thing.
But most importantly, Cole reaffirmed his friendship for Drake and had no problem throwing all the support behind him.
They say I'm picking sides, they don't you lie on
Me, my nigga.
To start another war, hey Drake, you'll always be my nigga.
A lot of fans felt like J. Cole was trying to have it both ways by claiming to stay neutral while also shouting out Drake. But when Kendrick dropped his new album GNX on November 22nd of 2024, he didn't seem to like any of the shit that Cole was pushing on Port Antonio.
It kind of feels like Kendrick is giving us a different message in the same Not Like Us font.
While Kendrick didn't mention J. Cole by name on the album, a ton of his bars sounded like direct responses to J. Cole's lines. On Port Antonio, Cole says, quote, "My friends went to war, I walked away with their blood on me." But on the GNX song, Man in the Garden, Kendrick brushed all that aside and promised to take things even further. Quote, "More blood be spilling, it's just paint to me." On the album intro,
I think I did see people say that when the album first dropped, but like, honestly, that line that Kendrick said, it just looked like to me personally, that shit just sounds like a harmless line, bro.
Backed out murals. Kendrick also seemed to address Cole's apology at Dreamville Fest, and it sounded like he didn't respect that shit at all.
Apologies, I wanna see y'all geeked up. Don't acknowledge me, then maybe we can say it's fair.
Cole also claimed on Port Antonio that he wouldn't have lost the battle with Kendrick, but would have risked his friendship with him instead.
I wouldn't have lost the battle, dog.
I would've lost the bro.
I would've gained the phone.
On Whacked Out Murals, Kendrick wasn't too
I don't know what
convinced.
that's
I
funny.
done lost plenty friends, 16 to be specific.
And while J. Cole insisted
Damn.
that he
He had the count and all, nigga. What 16?
wasn't taking sides on Port Antonio, Kendrick seemed to feel a type of way about it. Quote, since y'all pandering to choose a side, let me do it for you. Fuck your hip hop, I watched the party just die. But it turns out that the most scathing J. Cole diss on the Kendrick album may have been censored. On Whacked Out Mural, some of Kendrick's bars
That's what niggas was saying, bro.
were straight up removed from the song, and fans have been going apeshit trying to figure out what he may have said.
I pay you homage and I'll always mind my business. I made the
But one fan theory that's gone viral is that Kendrick may have said, I made the born sinner beg for forgiveness. That would be a pretty clear reference to J. Cole's second album, Born
fact.
Sinner, and his public apology.
But like that'd be against his whole. If I sneak this, it's gonna be. I mean, wait, what the fuck? He said something about being direct. I can't remember the line right now. I hate the way you sneak this. Something. It's gonna be direct. That goes against what he's saying. Cause like, if you just said something and then took it all away, you're not being direct. Nobody know what you're saying.
That would be a pretty clear reference to J. Cole's second album, Born Sinner, and his public apology to Kendrick earlier this year. While no one from Kendrick's team has come forward to confirm if the theory is true or not, fans from across social media are pretty convinced that this deleted line fits the theme of Whacked Out Murals perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Even after
If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. There you go.
Cole's apology, it seems pretty obvious that Kendrick isn't done with him yet. But at this point,
Yo, I was
Kendrick
about to
Lamar
smack the
might be
shit out
the
of
least of J. Cole's worries.
What the you got a sold out Dreamfest. Your entire hometown is out here to celebrate you.
We should have never.
What the fuck are you scared of?
For a decade, Cole's used his rap label Dreamville to showcase up-and-coming talent, signing artists from Queens, DC, Atlanta, LA, and Charlotte. J. Cole's
I'm about to say who the fuck from DC, but that's alright, Lennon.
manager Ibrahim Ibn Hamid, who is also a co-founder of Dreamville, has said that their label pushes artists to be as self-sufficient as possible, saying in an interview, quote, I like letting them figure out what their path is. In 2019, Dreamville organized a marathon 10-day recording session in Atlanta that featured the label's entire roster recording together for the first time ever. High-profile guests like Rick Ross, T.I., Vince Staples, and DaBaby all stopped by to contribute. The end result of those recordings was
No love for the GOAT Smee, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, Smee, no, Buddy, Guap Dad. Them niggas was putting in work in that studio. They on not Smee, no, but especially Buddy. That nigga damn near on every song.
compilation album Revenge of the
Nigga
Dreamers
got no
3,
love.
which pulled in a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album and went platinum. Kendrick Lamar was even featured on the album's opening track, Under the Sun. To fans, this was a huge moment that signaled that J. Cole had successfully built Dreamville into a rap powerhouse. But rumors have been circulating that Cole's hands-off approach may have backfired in a really huge way. Two of Dreamville's most high-profile acts are reportedly unhappy with the label and might be looking to cut ties.
Wait, it's two? For real? I remember Ari, but who
Atlanta
else?
rapper Jid was signed to Dreamville in 2017, and he quickly established himself as one of the label's most promising artists. His 2022 album, The
What we talking about JID for? Hold on. Why my shit not focused? There you go.
Forever Story, was critically acclaimed, but only attained modest success on the charts, peaking at number 12 on the Billboard 200.
Damn,
in
that's
January
crazy.
of 2024, Jid promised fans that he planned to drop music all year, teasing a brand new solo album and a collab project with producer Metro Boomin. But with 2024 finished, Jid has only appeared on a handful of freestyle and guest appearances. Some fans speculate that Cole's weak show during the Kendrick beef may have shuffled Dreamville Records' priorities. Other fans believe that Dreamville might be keeping Jid from releasing new music, fueling rumors that he may be unhappy.
Man, I've been calling this nigga a lying ass nigga for so long, bruh. Damn, bruh. The energy have shifted, my nigga.
with his contract. Meanwhile, Ari Lennox, another Dreamville signee, has been extremely vocal about her disappointment in the label. Ari was signed to Dreamville in 2015 as the label's first female artist and has collaborated with Cole numerous times. But on October 29th of 2024, Ari made an Instagram post where she called out Dreamville and its parent label Interscope Records for failing her career. She claimed that labels had lied and manipulated her and that she felt unprotected. Ari claimed that nobody at Dreamville knew how to market or protect her and said that they released a music video for her song Smoke without notifying her or investing in proper promotion. She went as far to say that she wanted out of a record contract with Dreamville and implied that they were keeping her from dropping new music. Battling Kendrick is one thing, but for J. Cole to have this much dissatisfaction from his own team is another whole type of stress. To top it all off, the Dreamville team announced that the 2015 iteration of their annual Dreamville Fest would be the last one ever. Just 5 years after J. Cole went platinum for Revenge of the Dreamers 3, it kinda looks like the Dreamville era might be on its last legs. And the announcement that Dreamville Fest will be coming to an end has fueled rumors that Cole might be hanging up the mic for good.
I think that J. Cole's gonna retire. I do think that J. Cole's gonna.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got too, and that's another reason why I feel like I should pull up, cause like this, first of all, it's the last one being there, but like, damn, like they gotta make this shit special. So like, why not pull up?
That Cole might be hanging up the mic for good.
I think that J. Cole's gonna retire. I do think that J. Cole's gonna retire. I think J. Cole's gonna be the first rapper of our generation that's gonna successfully retire, fully retire from rap at the peak of his career.
For years, J. Cole has spoken about his impending retirement from the rap game. On the 2016 song Jermaine Interlude, Cole—
Man, this is traumatizing right here, my nigga. I got PTSD from this song. J. Cole is my favorite rapper in 2016. When I heard this, my heart was broken. I said, retire? Retire? J. Cole, what you mean, my nigga? You gotta be shitting me.
Cole said, quote, said all that I could say, now I play with the thoughts of retirement. During a 2017 interview with Angie Martinez, Cole doubled down on the statement saying, I don't want to be 50 years old and rapping. And in a 2020 interview where Cole was asked about the fall off, he said that he was open to the album being his final chapter. Quote, I'm super comfortable with the potential of being done, but I'll never say this is my last album because I never know how I'm gonna feel 2, 3, 4 years down the line, 10 years down the line.
Speaking of that, but if he does like announce a retirement, that would be very fucking calculated from him making that list on his Instagram where it said like the fall off, and then it had like It's a Boy, the off season, RLTD 3 features, whatever the fuck it was saying. Yeah, like that'd be hella calculated for him to just be like, you know what, fuck that, we going against it. So, cause like that shit been carried on for hella years. Everything been happening in order. The only thing that wasn't on the list was the might delete later shit. And I'm pretty sure that shit was just like, oh yeah, let me do this on the side. You feel me? But besides that, yeah, the shit would be too fucking calculated for too fucking long for him to just jump back 2 years later. But there's still a possibility.
But please believe I'm doing all this work for a reason. In 2023, J. Cole
I expect something fantastic, bro.
Sparks retirement rumors yet again when he appeared as a guest feature on the J-Hope song On the Street.
Some days I wonder if I need to pick a different hobby. I'm deep in with this rap and it's all I know.
And while he's dropped hints that the fall off might be his last album, the cancellation of the Dreamville Fest feels like a major turning point, signaling that J. Cole might really be at the end of his career. If Cole kicked up his career with the come up, it only makes sense that the fall off might be his final chapter. Some of Cole's close collaborators claim to have heard the album and shared some pretty interesting insights. Houston rapper Trey the Truth said the fall off would shock fans and that they might actually be pretty surprised at the content.
So it's like, dropping your last fucking project, dropping your best project last is crazy. Like, no, nigga, like we gonna need more. We gonna need more of that shit. The fuck?
Daylit, an affiliate of Kendrick's former label Top
Nigga
Dog
said Daylit.
Entertainment,
Daylight?
praised the fall off as nuclear and said it showcased some of the most amazing rapping he's ever heard.
So,
on December 16th of 2024, J. Cole
don't piss me the fuck off.
appeared for a one-night only show in Madison Square Garden, celebrating the 10th anniversary
Hey,
of his
what's
album
good, Dave? What's
2014
good,
Forest
huh?
Hill Drive.
Unk
While
in
the
the
show
building.
was dedicated to nostalgia, Cole did tease fans that new music was on the way.
See y'all at Dreamville Fest if you coming, you know what I mean? Hopefully I have something new to perform for y'all.
Since 2025 will mark the final iteration of Dreamville Fest, expectations are sky high that J. Cole might finally drop the fall off 7 years after he first announced it. Some fans are worried that he may have set expectations too high by teasing the album for so long, and that the actual project may not live up to the hype. With Dreamville in turmoil and Cole's fanbase divided over the Might Delete Later debacle, it's safe to say that Cole faces pressures like never before. Will the fall off live up to the years of hype, or will it literally be the fall off we've been dreading? And if you really want to know all the implications GNX might have for the rap game, you gotta check out our breakdown of all the sneak Drake disses on the album.
I need to start doing that with my videos. Like, you see how he just plugged a previous video in that motherfucker? I'm gonna start stealing the sauce just like that. Fuck it, why not? Damn. Unreleased classic. Okay, what's that? Damn. Oh, there it go. Wait, what was the video? Oh, J. Cole's Forgotten Classic. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about this J. Cole situation. Y'all think he can avoid this massive downfall? How y'all think the fall off gonna sound? What you think gonna happen to Dreamville, the record label, all that? Drop it in the comments, man.